Hello, welcome back to class. It's great to have you back to this wonderful class. Hope you've been keeping safe. In today's class, we are going to be talking about importance of resting. Importance of resting. That is what we are going to be looking at, and I promise you it's going to be an exciting class. So let's go. When we rest, every part of our body relaxes and can work better. When we rest, every part of our body relaxes and can work better. That means then we rest after work, after school, after a hard labor. When we rest, every part of our body will be relaxed and it can work better because you have rested. So it is important for us to always take rest. We rest to remain strong and refresh. Isn't that interesting? When you rest, you remain strong. For you to be strong means you have a lot of energy to carry out another activity. So for you to be able to carry out a lot of activity, you have to rest. The third one there says, we rest in order to be healthy and fit, both physically and mentally. Just imagine, for example, that every hour we are in school or we are working, there is no night to sleep or there is no time to rest. All our body system will be damaged. That is why God that even created us, after creating from Sunday, God even rested, telling us the importance of rest. So when we rest, all our body will be healthy physically and mentally. So it is always important to rest in order to be healthy. It says, when we rest, it helps us to grow. As you are as kid, when you rest well, you'll be seeing yourself, you'll be growing there. As you are looking at the screen, you can see the kids over there just trying to take a measurement of their height. You grow from a certain stage. From the age you have now, you are growing to some certain age, after which you become a mommy, you become a grandma, a grandpa. So when we rest, it helps us to grow well. Also, we'll be looking at the best conditions for sleeping. The first one there says, take a bath in order to feel refreshed. Just imagine you went to school, you stayed in school from 7:30 to 2:30. For those that stayed for lesson till 5, you come back from school, you will not take your bath, you just go to the bed and sleep. You can't sleep well. You can only sleep well when you take your bath. The second one there says, put on loose nightwear before sleeping. If you see the picture over there, she's putting on a nightgown. Don't put on a jeans or a suit to sleep. You will not be able to sleep well. The one there says, take light food as supper. We know what supper means. That's dinner. The meal that you take before going to bed should be light, not eating a lot. You eat rice, eat beans, eat eba, put them together. No, the food should be light. When you take light food, you can sleep well. Then the fourth one, oh, what an exciting picture over there. You see the baby sleeping in the cot. Said you sleep in a quiet, clean, and insect-free bedroom. That means you are sleeping in a place that is clean. no mosquito. The room is clean, neat. When you sleep in that kind of a room, you'll be sleeping well. Also, it says sleep in a slightly lighted place. What that means is that when you are sleeping, the place should be with a light, a little light. That is what that means. You can see at my screen over there. Then the next one, the sixth one, there says sleep in an airy place. A room that there is air. You look at my screen, you see the window is open. The air from outside is blowing the curtain, and the window, the curtain is blowing up because there is a lot of air. And you see my bed, the bed there is very close to it. So when you sleep in a room that is airy, you will be able to sleep well. The next one says do not sleep in a room that is overcrowded. If you look at my screen, you see a lot of people. They are up to 30. They are sleeping in one room. When you are sleeping in that kind of a room, you cannot sleep well because the place is overcrowded. And at the end of the day, all of us are breathing in the same air, which is not healthy for us. The eighth one that says sleep on a comfortable bed or mat. That means you sleep on a good bed. You know, there are some beds that you will sleep on. You even wish to go and sleep on the floor. Why? Because maybe the bed is not good, the legs are broken, you will not be comfortable. So sleep on a comfortable bed or a mat. Factors that affect sleep. We may not be able to sleep when we are uncomfortable. Many things, I tell you, can make us not to enjoy our sleep. And as humans, we need to sleep at it. It says we cannot sleep well when we are hungry. Oh, this one is so true. You can imagine you did not take breakfast. You are in school. When Miss Rita will be teaching, you'll be lost. Your mind will not be there. You'll be hungry because you have not eaten. So when we are hungry, we cannot sleep well. So when you go to bed also without eating, you will not be able to sleep well. If you look at the child, he's opening his mouth, he is hungry. The next one says we cannot sleep well when we eat heavy food or are overfilled. You know, some of us are, when we see food, we just eat anyhow. It is not good to eat much, most especially as dinner. You know you soon go to bed. Don't eat much. If you eat much, you will not be able to sleep well. It says we cannot sleep well when our sleeping place is too hot or too cold. For those of us that don't have AC at home, that don't have generator, you know what I'm talking about here. When there is no NEPA light, the NEPA is taking light and you are sleeping. When you are sweating, you can't sleep well. You just be seeing yourself turning up and down on the bed. Why? Because the room is too hot. Same happens to when the room is too cold. When the room is too cold, you see, you cover yourself, you'll be turning, you'll be shaking, you'll not be comfortable. So we cannot sleep well when the room is too hot or too cold. It means we should make the room to be what? Average. It should not be too cold and it should not be too hot. We cannot sleep well in a noisy environment. Examples of a noisy environment. We have the marketplace. If you go to Olia market, you cannot sleep there comfortably. If you go to Ekiosa market, you cannot sleep well. So also in the church, where there are a lot of noises, the choristers are singing, a lot, the pastor is preaching, a lot of noises there, and you are sleeping, you cannot sleep well. So we cannot sleep well in a noisy environment. We cannot sleep well when we are sad and worried. You are not happy. Something is disturbing you. You cannot sleep well unless you sort yourself out. That is why it is always good for us, whenever we are angry or whenever we are sad, we should try as much as possible to help ourselves out, to get out of that position, so that we can be happy and to have a good sleep. Oh, we cannot sleep well if there are many insects such as cockroach, mosquitoes, and housefly crowded. That is, if you see the child over there, you see him sleeping and mosquito is on top of his head, in a room like that you can't sleep well. Cockroach will not bite you, but the noise of it moving around the house will wake you up in your sleep, and at the end of the day it will be disturbing your sleep. So we can't sleep well where we have these insects. We cannot sleep well on hard or narrow objects such as bench, chair, or base floor. You cannot sleep well on a bench, just as that child is doing. You cannot sleep well. When you are sleeping in that kind of a place, it's just like you are resting. You can't sleep well because any little thing from that bench, you will fall off from that bench, and that's where you are not sleeping well. You cannot stretch yourself. You cannot roll the way you'll be rolling on your bed. So you can't sleep well in this kind of position. So also when you are sleeping in the floor, you don't sleep well. Also, the next one says we cannot sleep well in a place that is dirty and filled with bad odors. A room that is filled with dirty things. Look at this picture over there. See clothes on the floor. You wear your clothes, you put them anyhow. The house is filled with dirty things. When a house is filled with dirty things, it normally have bad odors, and when the whole place is smelly, you can't sleep well. So it is good to always keep our room clean to enable us sleep well. See you in our next class. Make sure you go through all your content pages and prepare well for your first assessment. Good luck, goodbye, stay safe, always wash your